it's been a crazy week. It's the middle of May. It's the busiest planting week of the whole year probably. And it decides to be mid to high 80s and no rain. And when I say no rain, I mean zero for the next like 2 weeks. So with this heat, and which anyone can imagine just wreaks haven on anything going in the ground. So it's been quite a long week, and it's Friday, and we're tired. I am tired. Anyways, we have been very fortunate to have accessibility and use to borrow really cool technology and equipment to kind of save and help ourselves. And I want to shout out Cimorowski Farm, Teddy Cimorowski, for letting us borrow this thing back here, which is connected to pipe way out here. What is this thing? This is called a traveler or a reel. And what this does is way back there, there's a pump that goes to the river, and it pumps 3 inches of water 300 feet all the way to our field. And what it does is it shoots it out of this thing, with this brand's water reel by Kipco. This is a small, it's like a 500-foot reel. The pipe on this is about, I believe it's about 1.5 inches or 2 inches. I think this one's 2 inches. And how this works is this reel has a bunch of pipe on it. It gets pulled out of the ground, and you pull it down the field, just like you can see it down there. Really terrible at this camera angle this morning. We pull it down the field like it is right here. And what we do is we pull it all the way to the end, or as far as this will shoot, and this thing will shoot about 70 to 80 feet, we figured out last night, even with our friction loss of 300 feet down to the river, which is awesome, and the friction loss of all the pipe that's on here. And we can still push this with a small 16 horsepower pump. We can push this at least 80 feet in one direction, so that's 160 feet both sides. And we're in a heavier lot down here. We had some late spinach planted for the spring, and we had a bunch of onions we put in last week, and it's just getting drier and drier. Thankfully we had some clouds this morning to kind of settle that heat. But last night the crew was out here till 11 o'clock watching this thing shoot water off. We'll give you a quick video of what that looks like as well. But I probably don't look excited right now because of how tired I am, but like having water, being able to put adequate amount of water out on a field on crops that we're desperately going to need it by like Sunday is amazing. It's amazing. So very fortunate to have some good friends that are willing to help out. Learning a lot here this week, on top of all the things we are doing. So we're just excited. If anyone knows what a lawn sprinkler looks like, it's got the little switch. It'll go. That's what this thing is. It's just big, really big. So right here is the gun. Right under here is the tip. This is where the water shoots out. And it's just like your regular sprinkler with the pressure. It does that, and it spins, and it'll click, and it'll come back, and click again, and it'll just go back and forth. The really cool thing with this reel is that it reels itself back up through the water pressure coming through the line. So it's essentially a self-propelled machine that irrigates for you, which is awesome. It's the coolest thing, I've ever heard of. And I've never used one before, but it's super simple to hook up. It's super simple to use. It's just, you got to babysit these things, because when you're flowing large amounts of water at a time through bumpy fields, a lot could go wrong. But this was really a nice way to end our day yesterday, to get some stuff done, to get some nice water on our crops. And if you look right here, I'm digging down a good couple inches here, and there's plenty of moisture, plenty. The day previous, if I were to do that, I would probably had, you know, maybe moisture like 4 inches down, and we're trying to germinate some very, very small spinach, which is seeded just about an inch below the soil, and there was no moisture there. So we probably would have lost 3/4 of this crop if we weren't able to irrigate. So that's super exciting. We are in the midst of planting peppers and tomatoes and more brassicas and direct seeding stuff, and it's a crazy week and it's not over, but we do have other irrigation going on other stuff, which is even better. And today we're hopefully going to get the rest of the tomatoes and peppers and eggplant in the ground, and we spent till about 10 o'clock last night getting that hooked up. So a lot to learn, a lot going on, and we're all tired already, but it's for a good cause, and we're doing a great job. The crew is keeping up, and we're just looking forward to a nice relaxing weekend if we can get one, and hopefully some rain in the forecast. So pray for rain. Please pray for some rain here, and for the temps to go down just a tad bit. Although I know we're all happy summers here, it's just a wee bit hot for these crops and for ourselves. So anyways, that's rain for you. Man-made rain. Hallelujah.